The airplane cabin hummed with tension, a pressure cooker at 30,000 feet. Dr. Amara Cole, the first black woman to helm Horizon Airlines as CEO, stood rigid, her heart pounding as a flight attendant's finger jabbed the air inches from her face. "You're not supposed to be here," the attendant, Karen, snapped, her voice slicing through the murmurs of passengers. "I don't care what your ticket says, this is first class." Amara's jaw tightened. She'd boarded this red-eye flight to attend an emergency board meeting in Chicago, her new role still a closely guarded secret. Her tailored suit and calm demeanor should have spoken for her, but Karen saw only her skin. Amara's boarding pass was in hand, clearly marked for seat 2A, yet Karen's eyes narrowed, her tone dripping with accusation. "Ma'am, you need to return to economy or leave the plane. Now." The word ma'am was a weapon, sharp and dismissive. Passengers shifted uncomfortably, their phones discreetly raised, capturing the unfolding drama. Amara's pulse raced, not from fear but from the weight of a lifetime of moments like this. She'd clawed her way from a South Side Chicago tenement to the C-suite, and now, on her own airline, she faced this. "I'm exactly where I belong," Amara said, her voice low but steel-edged. "Check the manifest." Karen scoffed, tossing her blonde ponytail. "I don't need to check anything. You're causing a scene. Move." The cabin felt smaller, the air thicker, as if the plane itself held its breath. A white businessman in 2B leaned forward, muttering, "Just do what she says." Amara's eyes flicked to him, then back to Karen. She could have revealed her identity right then, ended it with a single sentence, but something deeper stirred a need to expose the rot festering beneath the surface. Karen signaled to a gate agent hovering near the door. "Call security. This passenger is being disruptive." Disruptive. The word landed like a slap. Amara's mind flashed to her grandmother's stories of sitting at segregated lunch counters, to her own childhood taunts, to the boardroom whispers questioning her competence. She was done being polite. "Do you always treat paying customers this way?" Amara asked, her voice rising just enough to carry. "Or is it just the ones who don't look like you?" A gasp rippled through the cabin. Karen's face flushed crimson, but she doubled down. "Don't make this about race. You're the one refusing to follow rules." Amara's lips curved into a tight smile. Rules. She'd spent her career mastering them, bending them, rewriting them. The gate agent returned with 2 security officers, their radios crackling. "Sirs," Amara said, addressing them directly, "I'm Dr. Amara Cole, and I'm seated in 2A. Check the manifest." One officer hesitated, glancing at Karen, who rolled her eyes. "She's lying," Karen hissed. The officer pulled up the manifest on his tablet, his brow furrowing. "Ma'am, Dr. Cole, you're listed here. First class." Karen's smirk faltered. "And there's something else you should know," Amara continued, her voice now commanding the cabin. "I'm the new CEO of Horizon Airlines." A stunned silence swallowed the plane. Karen's mouth opened, then closed, her face paling. The businessman in 2B sank into his seat, his phone now hidden. Passengers exchanged wide-eyed glances, the weight of the moment sinking in. Amara could have stopped there, let the humiliation speak for itself, but she wasn't done. "This isn't just about me," she said, her gaze sweeping the cabin. "It's about every person who's been judged before they could speak, dismissed before they could prove themselves. I've spent my life breaking ceilings you can't even see, and I won't let this airline be a place where anyone feels small." Karen stammered, "Too didn't know." Amara cut her off. "You didn't ask. You assumed. And that's the problem." The security officer stepped back, unsure. The captain's voice crackled over the intercom, unaware of the drama. "Ladies and gentlemen, we're cleared for takeoff. Please take your seats." Amara sat, her hand steady but her heart still racing. Karen retreated to the galley, her confidence shattered. Whispers filled the cabin as passengers processed what they'd witnessed. Amara stared out the window, the city lights blurring below. She thought of her grandmother, who told her, "You don't just fight for yourself, child. You fight for the ones coming after you." The plane climbed, and so did Amara's resolve. She'd use this, not just to discipline one employee, but to overhaul the airline's culture. Training would be mandatory: sensitivity, bias, humanity. Policies would change. Voices would be heard. By the time the flight landed in Chicago, Amara had drafted a memo in her mind, one that would ripple through every department. As the plane touched down, a young black girl across the aisle caught Amara's eye. She was maybe 10, clutching a stuffed bear, her mother whispering to her. Amara smiled, and the girl smiled back, shy but bright. That smile was why Amara fought. Not just for her seat, her title, or her dignity, but for a world where that girl could board any plane, walk any path, and never feel less than. The cabin doors opened. Passengers filed out, some stealing glances at Amara, others at Karen, who stood silently, her badge suddenly heavy. Amara stepped off the plane, her heels clicking with purpose. The board meeting awaited, but this moment, this fight had already changed everything. Horizon Airlines would soar higher, not just in the skies, but in the values it carried. And Amara Cole would make damn sure of it. Thank you for listening. If you find it interesting, please like and subscribe to follow the next stories.